Go exploring in the deep depths, the tall grasses, the underbrush. Man, you can get lost. You can get stuck with things. Could step in a pile of something. You don't know what it was. And then what happens? You're all messed up. Sure, it's cool to go off-roading sometimes, but you really got to have all the right equipment. And even then, sometimes the right equipment can give you a false sense of security, as they say. When that happens, what do? You're trying to do some cool stuff, and you just kind of screw yourself all up, I've been there many times. That's why, I guess in a way, it's like taking on a certain project. I don't know if it's a blessing or a curse that over the years I learned a lot of different skills. It's a blessing, it really is, because when you don't have to pay someone to do everything around your house, it definitely saves you a lot of money, although it takes up a lot of time to do certain things. For instance, right now, last night I put up 4 tiles in the bathroom ceiling. Pretty big tiles, 23.5 inches, plastic tiles, and they're very, they got design on them, so they're not completely flat on the bottom. So, I gotta put caulk all over it. Gotta put my caulk all over it. Caulking, all over the thing. Spread my caulking with the tip all over the back of these tiles. And then hold them up and try to let it set. I came up with a little jig. I said, jig, Gino, that I made out of cardboard and a cane and a bunch of the duct tape that can hold the tile up. But you know how it is, holding something up for 20 minutes, like just using your hands to push something up, like. So I'm up on, or I'm up on the ladder trying to hold the thing, and then I'm like, maybe I shouldn't put too much caulking on the edges, because then I can go back later and put more caulking on the edges, and then hold that up later, let it set. Every tile I tried a different method, and it's like, the second tile actually fell. I held it for 15-20 minutes, and then I walked away for just a couple of minutes, and the thing just poof on the ground. I'm like, damn it. So I'm up 3.5 hours trying to get these done. Well, the thing is too, our bathroom ceiling had been peeling. The people who had it before, who went to go sell it, they really did just do a Mickey Mouse job on the whole thing, painting and everything. They the entire kitchen is they painted it white, but they painted over like slats of wood, that kind of fit into each other, that were finished, like a high gloss finish on these pieces of wood. And then they just painted right over it. Didn't prime it, didn't sand it down first to have something for the paint to grip into. Now, the paint they used wasn't a latex on that spot, so the kitchen isn't peeling, but the bathroom ceiling was peeling all over the place. And initially the wife's like, oh, just put a bunch of caulking and just put these tiles up. And I'm like, I can't, look at all the paint peeling. I can't do that. There's nothing for it to attach to. Oh, let's see. We have some comments. I'll take a second. Alaya Enriquez 4808 said hi. Hey, Alaya Enriquez. And then also Yuvraj Birds. Yes. Are you saying yes because of me? Yeah, it's a little dance party out here, right? What? So yeah, I titled this one the work. And yes, I've had to put some damn work in this goddamn bathroom ceiling because, like I said, it had peeling paint. And I knew, like, when she initially wanted to do it, I'm like, okay, I can do it, but it's gonna take some time. And before, when I was in my bad phase, I would literally think and talk myself out of doing things because I knew, oh, it's gonna take a while, it's gonna be tough. And this project is tough because I don't have all the time in the world to be doing it, to be scraping the ceiling and cleaning up and then getting these, prepping it for the tiles. I mean, the prep for the tiles is the scraping of the ceiling and then wiping it down a little bit so there's, no dust and whatever. But I can't just tell everyone, okay, don't use the bathroom for 3 days now, later. So I have to do it at night when everyone's going to bed. But also have to make sure it's kind of dry. So if someone takes a shower, you gotta like move the dehumidifier in there or just let it dry for a couple, like, a good solid 5 hours or something. So it's not nasty and moist. Anyway, so yes, the work. It's taking a lot of work to get this damn ceiling done, but it's gonna look sweet when it's done. I mean, I'm looking, I'm like, okay, yeah, this is gonna look awesome. I'm gonna have to cut a couple of tiles. Oh, come on. I'm gonna have to cut a couple of tiles, like weird. One's gonna be like 6 inches on one end, and then there's gonna be one tile that I think hits a corner that I'm gonna have to do like a little 6-inch strip and then do. Oh, okay. Anyway, that's too much into it, but yeah, man. I guess nice things do take the work. Or if you've got a lot of money, you can pay for people to make the nice things for you, or do the nice things for you. But there's always this sense to me that like someone else did it. I feel no ownership upon something that I did not put my hands on and do myself. That's just me. Maybe I'm just a crazy person for wanting to actually, take part in doing the stuff that, all the cool. Oh, party's over, man. Party's over. I do feel a sense of pride when I can finally like get something done. Like even just as simple as doing an oil change. Oil change is really easy. You got to get on, maybe you got to pull the jack out and lift the car up if you don't have a nice cage to go over or a lift. Obviously, most people don't have that at their house, but you got a jack in the back of your car and you jack it up and you make sure, okay, where's the oil filter and here's the oil pan, and all right, get that. Make sure you don't drip too much of it on your driveway. And yes, I know. Oil changes are not that expensive now in some places. But you do have to go there. Sometimes you got to make an appointment because it's so busy. Then you got to sit there and wait in this. I mean, I guess you could have someone pick you up. But now it's a whole thing. It's like you go there, someone else has a car, they pick you up, you got to go back later. I get it. Some people, the inconvenience of that's not an inconvenience to them, but to me it kind of is. Like, and the other thing, sometimes you bring your car to these oil change guys, and there have been instances where maybe they don't tighten the thing enough, or they don't tighten the bolt to the oil pan enough, or they leave a rag in there, or whatever. People are careless sometimes. And even when you're working on your own stuff, sometimes you can be careless. But at least when it is your thing, you have a little bit more, you get a little bit more at stake. So you might actually pay a little more attention. And really, sometimes I've done an oil change and the thing is dripping and dripping. Like 2 hours, it's dripping oil. I'm like, oh man. They definitely don't let it sit for 2 hours to drip at the place where they get it changed, But here I am at home, and I've got that oil pan underneath. I've got the oil catcher thing underneath it, and dude, it's still dripping. Get all that nasty black oil out of there. Get it out. Yeah. Just let it sit. Let the thing sit for a half a day. Get it all out. Hey, Trash Talk Control. What's with the weird colors? Are you walking in a pride parade? I always have pride. And I'm a one-person parade, so it's very close. Carjacked has different meaning where I'm from. Oh, come on. Yeah, I know you love that doggy. Come on. carjacked. Jack your car, carjacked. Yeah, run over Jack with a car. What? Um, yeah, I get it. Yeah, well, believe you me, my town here, I don't think many people get carjacked, but I go over the river, oh, and yeah, it's a little rough over there. Little rough. I gotta I gotta dress a little different when I go over there. But I got that little minority spark to me, so I get a little pass. You know, they go, no, this motherfucker, he mixed. Look how mixed he is. He got that nose. Look at him. Yeah, he ain't all white. He ain't all white, so he all right. That's right. That's my bit. Patented bit. Do not take it. I'm gonna make sure it's like seriously. I wrote that bit a long time ago. How I seem, my dad when I was younger used to tell me, you got to be careful when you're walking down the street, especially when you see certain people of a certain shade, possibly, and just, don't stare people in the eye. Don't just be kind of easy with them. And I was always like, man, that's rough. Like, man, being super white and it's scary, huh? It must be scary. But for me, I don't stare people in the eye, but I look at people, I give them a little nod, I give them a little, whatever, acknowledgement. And no one has ever stared me down like death stare. They know, because maybe they can tell in my kind nature that I mean no harm, and I'm just saying, hey, what's up? I think that's part of it. But also, yo, look at his squinty eyes. He's some white, he's some other something. Man, this dude probably had a rough. He's a mix. You know how mixes get. Like people don't like mixes, so I can feel for this motherfucker. I get a pass. I get the not all white pass. That's right. Not all white, so I'm all right. See, that's how the bit kind of goes. Anyway, Trash Talk Control. It is so interesting listening to Luke trying to find problems, and we're all realizing he has a perfect life. Lucky guy. No. I'm not trying to find problems. I'm relating to everyone. I mean, does everyone try to put up ceiling tiles themselves in their bathroom? Does everyone try to do multiple different types of things? No, but I do. And maybe some people can relate to me, or maybe I can inspire others. Come on, TTT. Come on, Tommy T. Chill out. Trash Talk Control. Again, another comment. Gee. He walks to the rough part of Martha's Vineyard looking for danger. There are some rough parts of Martha's Vineyard. I'm not saying it's more trailer park than ghetto, if you know what I mean. Like the Cape, Martha's Vineyard, all that. There are townies. There are people who like old money, but the money dried up, or they have some of the old money still, but they decided to go real cheap on their life so that they could keep the money around. New England rednecks are a thing, and they can be dangerous, man. Very dangerous. They don't like strangers. It's sort of the opposite side of the coin of ghetto ass motherfuckers. Yeah, right? It's like there's gangsters, and then there's towny gangsters. They don't dress as well and they're much dirtier, but man, are they dangerous. All right, that's enough for the comments for now. So yeah, putting in the work, just like, I will say this, when I first started doing the podcasting thing, and even the band, it's like you don't know what you're doing. At least with promotion, with trying to get yourself out there, trying to get people to notice you. And that's why a lot of people fall into the trap of, hey, gay for pay, and I'll make money and then I'll get recognition, but now everyone calls me gay for pay, right? That's Granny, obviously. Or various other things that the stunt boy the pitfalls of stunt boyism, I guess you would say, are very real. It's kind of like it's the equivalent of selling your soul for acting, right? You know, someone says, I'll give you a bunch of money to do this crazy ass thing. Looking at you, dead fool, David Chandler. Some rich dude comes around and just wants to fuck with someone's life. And some people go, all right, go ahead and fuck with me. I don't care. At least I get, you know, no press is bad press, as they say, but it is. Countless people have fallen into this trap. The latest one, I was just hearing somebody talk about it. I'm trying to think what show I was listening to. They were talking about Gallagher. I'm pretty sure it was. It might have been MLC, Misery Loves Company, or some one of those shows, talking about how Gallagher was actually very smart. Yeah, it wasn't MLC. It was a different show. Anyway, it was how Gallagher was kind of a deep guy with some of the stuff he was saying in his comedy, and he was trying to push a message, interesting messages. But because of the Sledge-O-Matic, because of smashing them watermelons, that's what people wanted, right? You know, he did it himself. He came up with the idea and was like, ooh, what if I did this? That'd be kind of funny, just like a little smash the watermelon. It's like throwing a pie at someone's face at the end of the set. Okay, yeah, maybe I'll do that. And then he does it, and people love it, and he gets booked because of it. But then that's all they want. It happens. Like Steve-O. Who wants to watch Steve-O do comedy? You want to see him swallow a goldfish and puke it up, right? You want to see him staple things to his body. That's what Steve-O does. That's his bread and butter.
But he's getting old, and he's almost 60 years old, and he can't do that stuff anymore, man. Because he's gonna.
Oh, not showing off. The cute dog. I know. You want to say hi to everybody. We're just walking. We're vlog, dog, walk talking. So, Gallagher took a shortcut, and then it completely cut off the rest of everything he was trying to do. Let's see, Trash Talk Control. I'll take a second here. I heard Kevin Brennan's merch is made by his kids. Horrendous work conditions, no air conditioning, timed bathroom breaks. The Devilverse has a dark side. Well, they're brown children, right? So, I mean, they're used to it. Isn't that what brown children do? They work for white dudes. They work for their slave master. I mean, I'm not all white, so it's all right for me to say that. You know what I mean? Goddamn slave masters cracking that whips. Not Cool Whip. Ain't nothing cool about that whip. All right, I got a dog coming up here. We're probably gonna go in the street. We're gonna go in the street and let them do their thing. No, just stay right here. No. We're not crossing the street, honey. We're just staying right here. Just stay right here. It's okay. They're both pulling. Oh, say hi.
Oh, it's so cute. Can they say hi?
Yeah. She's fine.
Hi, who's that?
She's okay.
Oh, she's so
It's Kiki.
cute.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank
Yours
you.
is too.
Oh, thank
Little
you.
poodle?
Yeah, she's a poodle.
Yeah. It's a Maltese mixed with a Chihuahua.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, she's beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah. She loves everybody.
Yeah, she's got my sweet life.
Yeah. It's like, I'm gonna play. Yeah. Take it easy. Oh, I made you laugh. There's no way. I made somebody laugh. What? This is crazy. How did this happen? People laughing at me. Is it you laughing at me or with me? I don't know. I can't tell sometimes. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Leave the Yorkie. That's not even a Yorkie. I think that's a Toto dog, which is not a Yorkie. I'm trying to think what type it was right now.
And your little dog Toto too.
Yeah, so the work, putting in the work. And when I first started podcasting, hooked up with Jimmy Grins and the FGTZ crew. I actually always called myself half a faggot. I'm a half an FGTZ. I don't want to go full, I'm not, I'm going to keep one foot out. Because I was doing a Star Trek show. I wanted to do Alpha Podrance, which was a great show. Might not have got like a lot of views, but you know what? I really got to do the work of like trying to do something interesting, trying to use backgrounds and GIFs and like all this stuff that StreamYard would allow for me to make things visually interesting on the show. And I didn't utilize as many audio clips. I probably should have, but I wasn't there yet. And eventually, when people started getting like jealous that I took their daddy Jimmy away from them, they got, oh man, started trashing me and Jim and like doing all this shit. And it kind of hobbled me in a way of like moving forward and getting more popular with the people in the podcast sphere that we had been around at the time. And even with the band, I'm always been not the greatest at promotion. I don't know why. I think the higher I got and the more I smoked, it was like, I just kept convincing myself, oh, it's just too much work. Oh, if I do this, it might not even bring any people. If I go put up all these flyers and I talk to people, that doesn't mean they're gonna come. Like, oh god. But the idea of just generating a buzz or like letting people know that, hey, I do have a band and there is this band named The Bind out there. I guess if I could talk to young me, I'd be like, just fucking go out and do it, you idiot. Like, you never know. There could be like one person who's looking for a new band that you talk to them and they go, ooh, and they bring 5 people with them because they're like excited because they checked you out and they did like your band, and then they're telling their friends and so on and so on, all that. So, but with the podcast thing, and then it's like, people think we're assholes because a contingent of dicks is going around saying that to everybody, poisoning the well, as they say, before people can even take a sip. But that did force me to sort of just work on editing and making clips and trying my hand at that kind of stuff, which even when I was I wanted to be an intern for Opie and Anthony, even though living in New England, it's quite a pipe dream to try to do that. But I had a plan, it didn't work out. I was making audio clips and they played at least a handful of them, and I made some pretty interesting ones. And then I started making some that were making fun of Sam Roberts, which I don't think any of them really saw the light of day, at least on Sirius, but they still live on YouTube. They're right on my channel. If you go look, there's one called Professional Broadcaster. There's one called Seven Station Sammy. Seven Nation Army, Seven Station Sammy. There's a Paul Reiser one. I think these are all on my YouTube channel. If you look in like the older videos, and we're talking, these videos are 14, 15 years old. Some of them, maybe even a little more. And, I was always trying something with production. So the audio production, I had pretty much not mastered, but got put some work in and figured some stuff out, some tricks, and little things. And some of those old clips are pretty snappy, actually, because I'm making them for a radio audience, So, and I kind of knew, that has to be tight, has to be this, has to be interesting. It's just audio. It's not visual and audio. It's just audio, so it needs to be, popping. Oh wait, you look like that guy from Star Trek Commander William Riker. Captain. That's my impression of him. I can only do one. Captain. I can't do any more. Riker's a hard one to do an impression of. Of course I can do Picard. Oh, what are we doing here? Data? Show me the display of blah, 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 blah. Geordi, reverse the polarity of something. But Riker, man, that's tough. Although I did go 1 year. I have the maroon red Star Trek like shirt, and one year I think we only had one kid at the time. We went trick-or-treating near where some of our family lives, and you know, I dressed up. I had the black pants. I have a phaser that I brought with me, and I did my hair like Riker. You know, grew my beard out. At the time, I didn't have as much white in the beard, so it looked much more like Riker. And I remember walking around like that, and I swear there was some gay dude whose house we went to who like was like, ooh, either he was a Riker fan or he liked the skin tight shirt I was wearing. Anyway. Perfect, Picard. Well, thank you very much. Thank you. Perhaps if they have some sort of cartoon, I could be the voice of him when he dies. It's very close to Sean Connery. Sean's just a little bit more, you know, a little bit more intellectual or... Don't hit the ladies. Believe me, it's not a good thing. Q, what are you doing? Bring me back to my ship, Q. I mean, I've watched a lot of Star Trek, you know what I mean? Of course, in Alpha Quadrants, I was Captain Luke John, because my middle name is John. So, Jean-Luc, check this out. Luke Skywalker. Okay, since I was a kid. Then, Star Trek comes out, Next Generation, and they have Jean-Luc. And I'm Luke John. Now, weird, would you have some sort of weird little thing where you're like, wow, it's like the main character of this one, and then the main character of that one. I mean, talk about having main character syndrome. I've literally been forced by fate and nature to have actual main character syndrome. So, you know, mine is real. Everyone else is just a fucking piece of shit. Do you think in the future there'll be an AI band, 5 laptops on stage, the instruments isolated to create the feel of a band? You just came up with something new, man. That sounds amazing. Shit, I'm working on it right now. I got 5 laptops. I can just fucking... Do I? 1, 2... Oh. If I use the wife's laptop, and maybe the one that the kid has from school, yeah, man. Whew, I'm there. I'm doing it. I'm doing it tonight. I'm creating an AI band with 5 laptops. 5 laptops, Larry. Ah! So, yeah. It forced me to do... We'll go back to what I was talking about before, and because I'm almost done with my walk. Because of the stuff that happened, I didn't just sit on my hands. I started working on editing, on video editing. I'd already, like I said, done some audio editing, which is weird because I haven't really done a lot of the deep audio editing in most of the clips I make now, because I could just kind of fake it. It can do this and do that, and I can make things sound like an echo by just doubling up a track and turning one down and just offsetting it a little bit. Oh, there's a little thing. But that's the thing. If you're not doing so well, or you're not doing the exact thing that you want to do, put work in somewhere else. As long as you're learning something, as long as you're expanding your net of what you know and what you can do, you're still winning. Even though you might not be winning monetarily, you might not be winning socially, you're still winning inside, okay? And that really is important, because a lot of people are bereft of any value inside of them. Any. And do you want to be that person? I don't. Put in the work. It's worth it.